let's quickly talk about ClickFunnels. And the thing is that when you think about ClickFunnels, at least when a lot of folks think about ClickFunnels, they're thinking about sales funnels, landing pages, and so on and so forth. But ClickFunnels does have a membership site. So if you are trying to build a community, if you are a course instructor, if you are an online coach, if you are a mastermind group leader, you want to ask yourself, if I want to build a membership site, should I use ClickFunnels? Let's talk about that in today's conversation. Okay. Now let me give you a few reasons why you shouldn't be using ClickFunnels for a membership site. Okay, because ClickFunnels is good for a lot of things, but when it comes to membership sites, this is not the right setup. Why? Let me explain. Number one, it doesn't let you track user progress. And it's very important if you want to have a membership site to actually be able to track user progress, because basically, how can you add value? How can you change your users' lives if you can't track their progress? Okay. And ClickFunnels doesn't allow you to do that. The platform doesn't allow you to track user progress. And progress tracking is one of the most important features for any online course solution, right? So if you can't track user progress, you can't really estimate the value you're adding. Because think about it, as a course creator, you want to track actually the completion rate, right? So, but if you're using ClickFunnels, you can't track completion rate. Also, you won't be able to send a completion certificate or send a congratulations email, or even, and that's actually very important, or even send a reminder for completing lessons modules if you can't track user progress, okay? And another thing you have to really be aware of is that the end user experience is not really that good. I mean, I'm not speaking about the user experience for you as a course creator, okay? But the end user. So the students, okay? I mean, basically the thing is that, first of all, you have the payment process. You have the registration process. Those two, they're really quintessential, but they're not fully integrated, which means your end users have to open multiple windows to actually just get onboarded. And that's not good at all if you want to keep them. Another reason why I think that ClickFunnels is a great site, but not for membership sites, it's just that basically ClickFunnels doesn't allow users to manage their subscription as well as change their payment details. So ClickFunnels has a pretty strict, what I call a pretty rigid sort of system in place. Okay. So basically they don't allow users to manage or even cancel their subscription. And so what I'm trying to say is that if a user, let's say, needs to cancel their subscription, they need to reach out to you via email, and then you will cancel their subscription in your Stripe account. Can you imagine that? Let's say you have 1,000 subscribers. If you have to go through this email thing 1,000 times, that's pretty crazy, okay? Plus, there is no way for users to update or change their payment details, and you will need to use a third-party solution like Stunning, which integrates with Stripe to let your users do that. That means what? It means unnecessary admin work as well as bad user experience, which is actually something you don't want to have, right? So if you were to go to a platform such as Kajabi or Teachable or Mighty Networks, you might not have this problem. Also, the thing about the ClickFunnels as a membership site is that it doesn't have essential features like quizzes, user discussions, etc. And if you have ever tried to build a community, you know how important those features are, right? Quizzes actually trigger interaction. User discussions actually create a lively environment, and you want to have that because when you think about it, at the end of the day, online courses are more than just a bunch of videos, actually. So based on the target audience you have, based on the geography you're in, based on the nature of your course, you will require to use quizzes, facilitate user discussions, okay, send certificates, etc. And ClickFunnels membership site features don't include the ability to either create quizzes or lock content to your students, and this can be a deal breaker for many of coaches, okay? Also, ClickFunnels doesn't have a native system for user discussions so that the users can engage with each other and with the instructor, ask questions, and get feedback. So that's something to really think about. So most people who use ClickFunnels for their online courses use Facebook groups as discussion forums for their members. Also, another thing is that ClickFunnels is a great site for many reasons, but when it comes to membership sites, it's not really the best. Why? Because it doesn't have inbuilt support for video, audio, hosting. So when ClickFunnels does allow you to host, let's say, while they allow you to host the smaller files up to 3 MB, like let's say words, Word docs, PDFs, etc. The platform doesn't let you host your video or your audio files on the platform and use them directly in your online courses, okay? So if you want to use videos in your online courses, you will need to buy a paid subscription to a service like Vimeo, Wistia, or even Amazon S3, okay? So this is something to really think about. Also, ClickFunnels is not ideal for actually offering multiple courses, and at some point you might want to offer multiple courses, okay? But the platform doesn't allow you to create a centralized dashboard for all your online courses. So what happens here is that every online course will have a separate login and registration page, and your users will require to create actually multiple logins in order to enroll in multiple courses, which is really annoying when you think about it. Okay, so ClickFunnels also doesn't store members' card information, and so your users will need to enter their card information every time, except in case of immediate upsells. They want to purchase a course from you, right? So this is something to really think about, and this is a little bad because if you were to compare this to other platforms, those platforms have a single registration page for your members, okay, for your members area, and your users need to create an account and enter their payment details only once. And this is how it should be, really, if you think about it, right? You don't have to really duplicate work. You want to facilitate things you want to ease the whole process for your users, for your end users, by the way. So also, if you were to ask me whether you should use a ClickFunnels for a membership site, I would say no, because ClickFunnels hasn't released any major updates to their membership site builder in a long time. I mean, when it comes to membership sites, when it comes to community builders, when it comes to those course instruction sites, you have a very dynamic environment. You have a very agile. Let me just call it this way: a very agile environment. Okay, so one thing you need to really understand here is that if you want to build your community, your membership community, you have to be agile. So improving the membership site's capability is not really. It doesn't appear to be. It doesn't appear to be one of ClickFunnels' priorities, really. Okay, because the thing is that ClickFunnels is known primarily for its sales funnels app. Okay, for its landing page app, anything around sales. Okay, and they've actually improved those apps a lot over the last few years. Okay, but when it comes to membership sites, they haven't really done a lot of work. Okay, so something to really think about. So at the end of the day, you have to really ask yourself if ClickFunnels can really sort of help in the kind of business model you want to implement, right? At the end of the day, also you have to really understand: is there any better alternative? And I'll talk about the alternative. There are alternatives. So if you were to ask me, should you use ClickFunnels for a membership site? I will say no. ClickFunnels is a great platform with lots of apps, with lots of platforms for lots of things. But if you're looking specifically for a membership site, you're trying to scale your business, you want to start in this industry now, you want to go for a better substitute to ClickFunnels, because you want a platform that was built originally for membership sites. That's what you want. You don't want to have a site that was built for for a sale process, and then later on actually transitioned into community site. I mean, listen, they could have done it if ClickFunnels has done a good job at maintaining the site, their membership site. I could have said, okay, go ahead and choose them, right? But they haven't been able to improve whatever they have. So let's talk about the alternatives. So I explained to you that ClickFunnels for a membership site is not the best decision for you to take. So which other substitute platforms should you choose this year? Well, the first one is, I mean, there are a lot of them, but I wanted to just to talk to you about three. The first one is Kajabi, basically. And Kajabi has been in the news recently, not just because they're good, but also because they're innovating, but also they're attracting investment money. They're getting money from investors, okay? And by some estimates, they are now valued at more than $1 billion as of the date of this show, which is pretty huge because that makes them a unicorn, right? But if you think about Kajabi, think of them as an all-in-one solution for creating and selling memberships and online courses. So if you are interested in selling memberships, if you're interested in selling online courses, if you're interested in selling mastermind groups, if you're interested in selling boot camps, all those sort of business models, Kajabi could actually be the right platform for you. Okay, so basically, as far as course creation is concerned, with Kajabi, you can add multiple content types, including videos, to your course. The course player has a professional design, and also the platform, and that's a good one that I love a lot. The platform itself supports features like assessments and surveys, community, mobile app, etc. And this, when you think about it, all this combo will help you create a great learning experience for your members, right? So if you can create a great learning experience for your members, you are really boosting retention rates big time. And also with Kajabi, you can create a fully fledged website, build sales funnels, create email marketing campaigns, and even run a blog, which makes it an ideal platform for you if you want to run your entire online course business from a single place. So that's what I said a little earlier when I said a holistic solution, okay? And so as far as pricing is concerned, you are looking at $149 a month, okay? And they can also go to $199, but also $299, okay? So Kajabi is not cheap, but Kajabi is definitely one of the strongest software tools on the market right now. Next, I want you to think about Thinkific. So if for any reason, let's say you're looking for a substitute to ClickFunnels as when it comes to a membership sites, think about Thinkific. Now, Thinkific has been around for a while now, okay, and it's very popular. I mean, it's very popular in certain niches. It is a very popular online course platform, okay. But the thing is that when it comes to Thinkific, it's focused on offering just the core features for creating and selling online courses. So Thinkific hasn't really entered the membership selling area or niche right now, but you can really use it. You can use the platform to actually create and also sell memberships, okay? So that's kind of cool. But the only thing you have to remember with Thinkific is that you don't actually get the ability to run a blog or build funnels or do email marketing. So this could be a bummer if you are interested in those activities. So unlike Kajabi, Thinkific is not your go-to all-in-one solution, really, if you think about it, okay? But one thing for sure, it has a lot to offer when it comes to course creation and delivery, okay? Which includes actually the ability to host your videos, create quizzes and assignments, drip your content, okay? And also build a community area and deliver your course professionally. So this is something you might want to think about. And this also has a direct impact on your monetization efforts, actually, because Thinkific has powerful site building capabilities, okay? And the platform also gives you the essential tools you need to process payments and sell your courses and is way cheaper than Kajabi, by the way, because Thinkific actually allows you to start at the basic plan for about $49 per month. This is really good. And the pro plan, by the way, will set you back like $99 per month. But again, this is pretty reasonable. This is not going to break your bank at all. You know, this is going to help you actually establish your online course model. Next, you have Teachable. So when it comes to ClickFunnels membership sites, if you're looking for a substitute, think about Teachable, okay? And Teachable is kind of similar to Thinkific in terms of modules, in terms of pricing, in terms of capabilities, okay? So with Teachable, the good thing is that you can build your course website, you can host your course content and videos, you can create your online courses, and you can deliver them in a very engaging way. Moreover, what I love about Teachable is that the platform supports essential features like quizzes, certificates, dripping, course compliance, etc. So if you are in a niche where course compliance is critical, you will love what Teachable has to offer. And the platform also has powerful sales and marketing capabilities. It has a highly optimized checkout process, which means you can really increase your AOV, your average order value. Okay, so you can offer, for instance, subscriptions and payment plans. Okay, and you also have other features such as coupons and bundles, by the way. Okay, and in terms of pricing, like I said a little earlier, it is reasonably priced. It's kind of similar to Thinkific. You can create a free account on Teachable, or you can sign up for one of their paid plans that starts at about $39 per month. So in wrapping it up into this conversation, I explained to you everything you need to know about ClickFunnels membership sites, okay? ClickFunnels is a great app, don't get me wrong, but for certain things, they're not where they're supposed to be yet, okay? ClickFunnels remains one of the most popular, let's say, online marketing tools. When it comes to sales, when it comes to branding, they're really good. When it comes to landing pages, they're really good, okay? So that's really good. But their membership site builder is very limited. And if your goal is to create a wonderful membership site, you don't want to go with you do not want to go with ClickFunnels, okay? This is so if you want to build your online course membership site, choose one of the alternatives that I just gave you, okay? And but one thing for sure, if you like keeping things simple and want to have everything on the same platform, use Kajabi for hosting your courses, as well as building your marketing funnels. But if you plan to, or you already use a ClickFunnels or some other tool for building your funnels, use Thinkific or Teachable for hosting your courses, okay? That's really important. So in conclusion to this conversation, I spoke to you about ClickFunnels membership site, and I explained to you why you should not actually go for this service, okay? And I gave you some alternatives to actually explore. Thank you so much. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section, and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.